comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to make choices, submit images over Twitter and Discord. You can pay to play sound effects.
Road ends in 100 feet.
What the f***?
It's your show too, friend. Hop on in and experience everything now.
Have a good show, folks. Jesus Christ.
All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Welcome, citizens, denizens of New York. Thank you. Oh, thank you. No need to clap for me. Thank you. You can just refer to me as Your Honor. That's enough respect. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us and completing your civic duty of attending jury duty. Yes, of course, if you are in the chat this evening, you are jurors tonight at the Everything Now Superior Court of Law, where justice rules. My name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and tonight we've got a series of prospective alleged criminals, I guess alleged, hopefully not prospective, alleged criminals who are here waiting for their day in court. And yes, very exciting stuff. And you, of course, as the jurors, will help me determine whether or not they are guilty of the crimes for which they stand accused. Now, as part of that process, you, of course, can ask questions in the chat, but there's a number of other ways that you can help with tonight's proceedings. For example, you'll notice I have a television up here behind me. That's for visual evidence. Yes, images or GIFs maybe sometimes. Those can be crucial to determining whether or not a criminal was guilty of the crime for which they stand accused, and you can submit visual evidence by joining the Everything Now Show Discord. If you haven't already, there should be a link at the top of the chat. Go ahead, click the link, join the Discord, submit some images in the submissions channel there. We might use your image tonight at a pivotal point in one of tonight's proceedings. So go ahead, let's see. Here's an example, and I'm sure, I don't remember the trial that this was for, but I'm sure it was a critical piece of evidence that may have swayed the tide of the jury. So images like that, go ahead, join the Discord, submit those images. We might use yours tonight. You'll notice also here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen that for $5 at any point tonight, if you donate $5, you can call a witness to the stand. Now, a witness can be a real life person, it can be a fictional character. Ideally, it's somebody who's somehow related to the trial. You know, maybe somebody who knows the defendant, somebody who was at the scene of the crime, but it could be anybody. It could be a Family Guy character. We'd prefer that it not be, but of course it's up to you. $5, call somebody to the stand. If you subscribe tonight, you can submit written testimony. I'll show you what that looks like right here. Internet Crow submitted this written testimony during one of our previous trials. The Hands are the handsiest couple in New York. They're kissing plenty of homies on the mouth. Wink, wink. Seems like a critical piece of evidence. And if you'd like to submit your own written piece of evidence to be displayed here in front of the whole court, subscribe, write your testimony in the chat, and we'll display it on the stream. It might be a critical piece of evidence in one of tonight's trials. And, of course, if we hit 15 subscriptions over the course of the entire night, our goal, you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we'll head on down to the police station. Whoa! Two Puppets. Two Puppets, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Shout out to Puppets. If you haven't already, go and follow Two Puppets. They're friends of the show. Welcome in, Two Puppets and friends. You're just in time tonight. We're going to be trying some criminals for crimes. Well, you'll have to remind me what the crimes are, but I was just explaining that if we hit 15 subscriptions tonight, 15 total subscriptions over the course of the night, we will head on down to the police station for some much needed firearm training. Yes, the New York Police Department, they're not so good with the shooty, and so in order to alleviate some of those problems, we've started a new firearms training program, which you, the viewers at home, can help to sort that stuff out. So for 15 subscriptions, we'll head on down to the police station, and you guys can participate in some firearm training. That is basically the gist of it. That's how it goes. Yes, ACABSS. Agreed. Exploring with Pat. Welcome in, jurors. Jonas Polsky, Abby Sally, Two Puppets, Go-Go Gadget, Sarcasmosis, Naked Comedy. All the regulars are here, and some new people. Miss M12, welcome. Internet Crow. Welcome in, jurors. If you're here, Angry Goose, Tywin. Okay. Folks, welcome in, jurors. I need from you now to get us started on this first trial to remind me. I seem to have misplaced my docket. So if you wouldn't mind, please remind me what this first defendant stands accused of. If you wouldn't mind, jurors, just tell me what crime this first defendant stands accused of. Just suggest some crimes here. Shooting a guy. That strong start. Too tall to ride. Sexually assaulting a goat.
Jesus.
That seems...
Why'd you say it?
I don't know. I thought... I only saw assaulting, and I was like, oh, it's not that. I guess it's animal cruelty. Yeah, we're going to avoid that one. Enjoying soggy fries. New people, please say hi to Judge Bitch. Not my name. Abused the Peter Griffin emoji in chat. Not following through on a monetary promise. Watching dubs, not subs. Not slurping soup. Flirting with the bailiff. Shooting a guy. Okay. Not passing the blunt. Not passing the blunt. A high crime, yes. Not passing the blunt.
Despicable.
Despicable, yes. Now, everybody's got their dream blunt rotation. That much we can all be sure of. But even in a dream blunt rotation, there's a way to harsh the mellow. And of course, that is to not pass the blunt. Yes, to hold on to it for a little bit too long. To bogart, one might say. To slobby on the knobby a little bit too much. Ruining the circle. Ruining the vibes. Letting it get down to an itty-bitty roach in thine own hand. Not here, not in this jurisdiction. That is a high crime in the Everything Now Show court of law. And so I hope that this defendant is not guilty of that crime, but of course it'll be up to us to decide that matter. Up to you, rather, our jurors in the chat. So let's go ahead. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Okay, clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. All right, hey. You know, it can be challenging sometimes coming in and giving these speeches. I'm often asked to speak, and it can be
Bailiff,
very
can we update the case file, please? Sorry.
On it. Sorry.
Sorry to have been interrupted, I suppose. But listen, hi, it's me, Doc Payton, Dean of Students here at NYSU. You know, every time I come in and I'm asked to give a speech, it often transpires that I find myself following a really fantastic individual. And that's been the case this afternoon as well. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for leading into this opportunity to speak with all of you here today. Thank you so much.
Right. Okay.
What does it mean to build community? Let's unpack that. Community. Computer.
Okay.
Tech is a vital part
Mr.
of
Payton.
the educational framework.
I'm going to stop you right there,
we all
Mr.
agree
Payton.
on that.
Before we get too far into this sort of like slam poetry free association thing, I want to kind of just make sure we're on the same page here. You are accused of a crime. Do you understand that? You're here to defend yourself.
Of course. Our criminal justice program here on campus, I was talking the other day to a professor in the criminal justice department. And I remembered a story. I remembered a story back from when I was a kid, from when I was a boy. I was a little boy. My mother, she raised 6 of us by herself. She was an incredible woman. Let's give it up for mothers. Let's give it up for women. Let's give it for mothers. But she looked at me and she said, if you don't clean your plate, boy, I'm going to be so angry. And of course, she had every right to be frustrated. It's hard out there for women. We all know.
Okay, Mr. Payton, I feel like, again, we're kind of getting off track a little bit here. You currently stand accused of a crime It says it in your case file. I just wanted to clarify whether you were aware of that. Do you know the crime?
NYSU does have an incredible track and field program. We all know this. The coach the other day, me and him, we get lunch sometimes. Hey, coach, you know that. You
Not
know
passing the blunt. Not passing the blunt. That's a crime. You're accused of not passing the blunt, sir. I don't know if you're trying to.
You're the one
get me
who
to
brought up
forget.
track and field. I'm just
Did
I'm
not
just here
mention
to speak.
track and field. No. I am here to remind you, sir, if you've forgotten that you stand accused of a crime, a high crime, I might add, not passing the blunt. What say you to that?
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Drug use. It's very popular. And, you know, back when I was a kid, I'll admit, you know, sometimes I did partake on occasion. Okay? But at the end of the day, clear minds, clear checks. Clear minds, clear checks. Okay? And you know about money. You know about money. You know a thing or two about money. You know a thing or two about money.
I don't know
Last
who
time I
you're
checked.
talking to.
Well, I'm talking to, of course, the people who are here in
Okay.
the audience.
You're not meant to address the. First of all, it's not an audience. There's a juror box. You're not meant. We are going to get your school bully here as a witness. So if we can get the witness, someone prepare the witness for the stand. Mr. Payton, I need you to answer some questions here. All right, I've allowed you to make a prolific opening statement, one that is completely irrelevant to the case at hand here. So I need, first of all, for you to acknowledge the crime that you stand accused of. Do you understand that you are accused of not passing the blunt?
Yes, I suppose I understand, but let's take a moment. Let's you and I out here today, let's take this opportunity to unpack that. Understand. Under.
No, let's.
Meaning below.
We all
meaning
get it.
below. Meaning underneath something, below something. Stand. To be erect. To be tall. To stand tall.
Okay,
and
it seems like you're complicating the idea.
My
It
father,
seems like,
you know,
seems like we're complicating the idea. Let's get the witness on the stand. Go ahead and take the stand. Mr. Payton, we have your school bully here, who I'm hoping will be a little bit more direct and get us back on track to the point, the matter at hand, which of course is a crime for which you are accused. All right, witness, if you wouldn't mind, please stating your name for the record.
Traylon.
I'm sorry, what?
My name's Traylon.
Traylon?
Yeah, like Train and Lynn.
Right, and Traylon, how do you know the defendant here, Mr. Payton?
I used to beat him up in high school.
I see you guys went to school together. And
You know, we've all suffered from adversity. We've all, I think, found ourselves in moments of, let's just call it crisis. Let's just call it crisis.
was he always kind of like a bitch like this?
Such a bitch. He didn't talk as much though.
Okay, well, that's not surprising because I can't really even honestly imagine anyone talking as much as this. Why was it in high school that you beat him up?
You know, I was just trying to get really good at swirlies, and he was the perfect candidate, you know.
You were just trying to practice your swirly technique?
Yeah, I was trying to practice swirly technique. It's a category in the Junior Olympics. I was trying to get good at it.
Oh, I didn't realize. When did they add that to the Junior Olympics?
They added it in 1967.
Oh, so you guys were way back. I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a summer sport.
Got it.
And I'm older than you would think.
You look great, I gotta say. The bullying has done you well.
Thanks, Judge. You look good too.
Okay, well, we don't have to make this about me. I guess really my first line of questioning, my only line of questioning now for you, Traylon, was it?
Trainlin, yeah.
Trainlin, does this guy
Can't even
seem
spell
like the
his
kind
name.
of guy who
Can't
in
spell
high
his
school at least would have hogged the blunt?
Oh man, this guy wouldn't have even smoked a blunt.
Interesting.
If you asked him what a blunt was, he would have been like, "You mean the word? Or a word to use to describe an object?"
Jesus.
Interesting. Okay, so although you were his bully and in many ways probably an adversary, it seems like you're almost providing him with an alibi right now.
What are you trying to say, Judge?
Well, I guess it's just if you're saying he's not the type to smoke weed at all, it would seem to follow that he's probably not one to hold on to the blunt for too long.
I actually disagree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
explain.
Well, if you got a guy who never smokes weed, let alone blunts, he's not gonna know he needs to pass it.
Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. About 3 times if you can hear
He
me.
used to do this shit all the time.
I think that it's easy to overlook facts, right? We live in a post-fact world. I think we can agree on that. We live in a post-fact
I'd like
world.
not to think that. This is a courtroom. We depend on facts.
I agree. Facts have been lost, actually.
Thank you, Traylon.
Okay.
Thank you, Traylon. Hey, Traylon. Hey, it's good to see you. It's really
Shut
good to see
up.
you. So, okay. Well, look. At the end of the day, all we've got is our guts. We got to trust our gut. We got to trust our gut.
I'll punch you in the gut.
Traylon, calm down.
Yo, this courtroom.
Sit down, Traylon.
This
Sit down.
courtroom's
Sit down. Traylon, sit down. Traylon. Oh my God.
All right. Settle down. Traylon, I think we're good on you. Thank you so much for your testimony. It was very valuable.
Peace out. You,
Take care.
Judge, see me after.
Oh,
We can talk hair. How you getting so white?
okay.
All right, peace, Judge.
Okay,
right.
clap once if you can hear me.
All right, stop doing that.
Clap twice if you can hear me.
Mr. Payton, we have some written testimony.
We all know a thing or two
All right, shut the fuck
about
up.
violence.
Shut the fuck up.
Violence can be words.
You shut the fuck up right now.
Oh.
We've got written testimony. All right, we've got some written testimony. Thank you so much. Now we've got 3 people who'd like to submit some written testimony. Thank you to everybody who's already subscribed. Let's go ahead and see that first piece of testimony. Exploring with Pat says, they stole my blunt and stomped it out. Wow. That's pretty fucked up. Okay, so not necessarily the crime that you stand accused of, Mr. Payton, not passing the blunt, but a step further. Harshing the mellow to such a degree that you've stepped on the blunt.
The NYSU, the New York State University campus, of course, has a no smoking policy on campus. It has nothing to do with whether or not someone is cool, as you say, but it has everything to do with lungs, lung health, respiratory systems. Okay. I was speaking with the chair of the biology department. You understand what the
Why
biology...
are you talking to a chair? Why wouldn't you just talk to a guy?
You've misunderstood in the university system.
I don't think so.
All right.
I'm the frickin' judge. We've got more written testimony.
Judge is a genius!
All right.
Let's look at the more written testimony. Internet Crow says, this guy smoinked my entire doink and then wouldn't hand it over or shut up. Pretty damning testimony, Mr. Payton.
You know, when I'm speaking to students, don't
do karate in my
I'm not
courtroom.
doing, no. This is,
Please, if your hands are weapons, the bailiff will confiscate them.
when I'm speaking to students, I find oftentimes that there is a real sense of unease.
What did you just say?
There's a real sense of unease.
We have a court reporter who needs you to enunciate.
And it happens. You know, when you're a freshman in college, it's a new experience. I know it's a new experience. But you have to go out on a limb to make friends and to avoid bullies. And sometimes that means not smoking doobies. It means instead getting together, having a powwow over some pizza. Anybody like cheese pizza?
I do.
Who likes cheese pizza? We got cheese
Okay.
pizza right in the back of the room. I know that's why most of you are here. Because of the free pizza.
All right, you cannot bring free pizza for the jurors. That's a complete violation of ethics.
Your Honor, they paid the student fees. And the
I don't know
student fees
who
go
you're
toward the
talking
pizza.
about.
They go the student fees at NYSU. They paid for the pizza. They get the free pizza. You know, it's not theft. They can have a good time. And you know what? Another thing to think about with theft. Brain drain, China.
One of our jurors thinks that he might have been on Epstein's plane. Care to speak on that?
I teach at a state university. Okay. I would lick the underside of that plane if I had the chance to do so. I would not be invited on it.
Okay, that's maybe worse. All right, Mr. Payton, bailiff, do we have any more written testimony?
Yeah, we got one more.
All right, we've got one more piece of written testimony. Then I'd like to take some questions from the juror before they vote on your guilt or innocence. But let's have a look at this last piece of written testimony from Mr. Mike from Mike from Space, gender unknown. Not only does he babysit blunts, he also pockets pipes. My goodness, the written testimony here is quite damning, Mr. Payton. Do you understand the amount of scrutiny that you're under from some of our testimony here, our witnesses?
Well, you know, speaking of pockets, Judge, Back when I played high school football, when I was the starting quarterback and I was in the pocket, so to speak, the pocket.
Seems fake. I would love to get that bully back out here to testify as to whether or not you were actually the football. What was it? Quarterback?
The starting quarterback of the.
Seems fake.
Anyway, like I was saying, when I was the starting QB, there was lots of adversity that found its way onto the gridiron. The gridiron. It's not where you cook, of course. It's where you play the football. And I bonked my noggin.
You say you play the football?
I played the football and I bonked my noggin.
That's
and now
bullshit.
It doesn't sound like. Oh great, we've got Traylon back.
No, Traylon, go. Traylon, stop.
Traylon, did this guy really play football?
Traylon, you're not.
Nah, our high school quarterback was a dog.
Traylon,
What? Like an actual dog? Like Air Bud?
Yeah, it was Air Bud.
You had Air Bud?
We had Air Bud at our school. It was sick. I'm telling you.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Got a Heisman.
He did. He got the Heisman Trophy for high school.
That's
The
incredible.
kids loved it, but the parents of the players were very upset. They thought that their child should be starting quarterback, and the coach.
Coach took a lot of
Yeah,
heat.
coach took a lot of heat for that.
I see. Okay, thank you, Traylon, for
No problem.
for that testimony. Okay, we had one quick
Goodbye,
question
Traylon.
here for you,
Shut up.
Mr. Payton. Actually, maybe a couple, and then we're gonna get the poll prepared. Bailiff, if you wouldn't mind getting that poll ready to go. What is your dream blunt rotation, Mr. Payton?
I suppose that you probably mean, who would I like to spend some time with? Some quality time.
I guess
Who
in a
would I like to?
roundabout way.
Who would I like to have a little powwow with?
Well, I guess what I mean is who do you want to smoke a blunt
in my
with?
officina, as they say in the Spanish department. Yeah. And let me tell you the answer to that question, because I've thought a lot about it. Okay, all right. Heisman. Okay, and then all of the 19-year-olds who intern in my office.
What?
All of the 19-year-olds who intern in my office and come to all of my speeches and clap when no one else claps. They're part of my dream blunt rotation, and Heisman and Churchill.
Okay, I feel like we pretty much know what we want to do here. My understanding is that the poll software is down. Bailiff, I think there's a way to do a poll using the integrated Twitch chat.
I was
features.
talking to the chair of the political science department, because believe it or not, despite what they'll tell you on the evening news, it is a science. It is a science. It's a hard science.
We're getting a boo from the jurors for that.
Clap once if you can hear me.
We're not gonna do that
Okay.
anymore.
But and I was asking them, hey, what do you think about all this nastiness in the political system? And he says to me, it's a reflection of what's in our hearts.
Oh.
It's a reflection of what's in our hearts.
Is this like a sermon? What's happening right now?
And I said to them, well, then
How's it
that's
coming
where,
on that poll, Bailiff?
I said, well, then that's.
working on it.
I said, well,
Okay.
then that's
Were
where.
you able to find the thing
I said, well, then
in
that's
the
where
chat?
we come in. I said, well, then that's where
Is it
we
in the
come
drop-down
in.
menu,
I said, well, then that's
or-
where we come
I think
because
it's
we.
like on
In the
the
gear?
all of you
It's like on the
out there,
left-hand,
all
like
of
where
you
the
out
raid
there
stuff is, I
are
think,
the
maybe.
future minds
There's like a plus icon maybe.
of our republic. Of our republic.
I'm fine.
Okay. Now, of course,
see it.
I know why the vast majority of you are here, of course, and it's because we're giving out our awards for best student worker for the year, okay? And of course, the award is a bobblehead of me. It's my own bobblehead, okay? I didn't make it, okay? Someone gave it to me as a present, and now you get to keep it and put it on
All
your
right,
desk
we're getting that
as a
poll
reminder
ready.
of how hard you all work for the school and how much you care about the school. And look,
To be honest, I don't know if we even really need the poll. It seems like the jurors are pretty well decided on this matter, but we'll do it for posterity. Yeah, some people are upset that there's no kill in this format.
the only people, of course, that can potentially win the bobblehead, the Doc Payton Dean of Students bobblehead, which again, I just think
And
it's
the
so
poll
silly.
is up.
I think it's so silly. I would never have chosen of my own volition to make a bobblehead of myself and give it as I would never have done that myself. Somebody encouraged me to do it, okay? Because it's just, I don't know, people like me a lot, and this is getting into the campus. But listen, only the people who vote not guilty are going to be able to get a chance to win the bobblehead, the Doc Payton bobblehead.
What's he talking about? I like zoned out for the last 5 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and close out the poll. And Bailiff, what are the results?
He's guilty.
Yeah. He's guilty.
You brought up zones.
You're guilty,
you brought
Mr.
up
Payton.
zones, and I just want to take a moment to say that our Department of Health and Inter-Student
no closing
Relations
statement.
has condoms available for your erogenous zone.
No, shut the fuck
Okay.
up. All right.
It's
Jurors,
good to have fun
what's
in
the
college.
punishment?
It's good to have fun in college. But
Electric
be safe
chair.
about
Thank
it.
you, Sir Chemist. We're gonna kill this guy. We're gonna kill his ass with the electric chair. Clap twice to kill this guy. Yes, clap twice for the electric chair.
Clap twice if you've read Foucault.
All right.
Clap 3 times if you're aware of the Panopticon. Clap 4 times if you think that
We're
this
getting
is
double claps.
totally unfounded and untoward and should be illegal in any just society.
Nope, you're done. It's
Clap
so
five,
ordered.
clap-
Kill this guy with a chair.
Clap 5 times if you're gonna need to take me out of here with a fucking gun. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh my
chair.
God!
It's electric
Let go of
chair.
me! Let go!
All right, folks, we got his ass. Great work, jurors. That guy deserved, to be honest, probably worse than the electric chair, but you know we had to do it to him. If you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and tonight you are our jurors. We've already had one trial where we found a student dean guilty of hogging the blunt, and maybe actually even worse crimes, such as putting the blunt out and maybe also hooking up with his 19-year-old students. Not really a crime, but really fucked up. We had
He
some.
just tells us stories.
Okay.
Also, this is sausage pizza. I was promised cheese pizza.
All right. Let's focus up here, folks. We've got a couple of... we had some great written testimony during that last trial. 3 subscriptions. Folks, now we're only 12 subscriptions away from hitting our goal and heading on down to the police department for some firearms training. So let's keep those rolling in. I also want to remind everybody that we've got visual evidence here on the television, so if you trigger the sound alerts, which are on mobile, I think it's like a little purple icon under the screen, and on desktop it's like if you mouse over the video panel, there's like a purple icon. You can trigger visual evidence with images submitted in our Discord. Just a reminder. Anyway, folks, we got to get on to this next trial. So, yes, indeed. We got to get on to this next trial. So if you want to remind me, I've misplaced my docket. If you wouldn't mind reminding me, what is this next defendant accused of? Go ahead, jurors in the chat. Start listing off some crimes. See if you can jog my memory about what this next defendant stands accused of. Smells bad. Hamburglary. Spilling all the Chucky milk. Slurping loudly at the Taco Bell, wrote a book with no ease, posting cringe. We're gonna take that from HP Loveshaft. Yes.
Great name.
Now, posting is something of an art, and there's a lot of different platforms. People are posting thirst traps, people are posting photos of their pets, but unfortunately sometimes things can go awry, and well, there's no other way to say it, but you posted cringe. Now, unfortunately, whether it was on purpose or an accident, this is a crime of strict liability, and therefore it doesn't matter what your intent was. If you posted cringe, well, damn it, you're a criminal. So it's gonna be up to you, our jurors at home, to determine whether or not this next defendant did indeed post cringe. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Air Tim!
Excuse me? What?
Air Tim!
Air Tim?
Air Tim!
Oh, like Bud. Okay. I'm sorry, is that a
I'm
sore
not
subject?
Air Bud!
All right, I'm right here, man. You don't have to yell.
What?
I'm right here.
Air Tim!
I can hear you. You don't have to yell. Mr. Tim, before you get any further, we do have some visual evidence. Maybe this is clarifying your identity in some way. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, this appears to be like 20 babies. Could you maybe explain why that image may have been submitted? Okay, let's split the difference here on the volume.
Tell me what you want!
Right in between.
Up your mind.
In between the volume we're just at and the volume you are currently at. It's right in the middle, sweet spot.
Okay.
Okay, that's close. Little up from there.
Okay. I was
Sure.
at a birthday party for my brother. He's a baby. I licked the baby and people took a picture of me with the baby and they said that's cute. I said I'm gonna be a good dog, and no one ever gives me the credit. Air Tim. I'm not Air Bud. So what I decided to do, go around the neighborhood, get all the babies in one room, take a picture of it, say pretty cute.
I see. Okay, so that image potentially was the cringe image in question. Am I understanding that right? Do you have a social media presence, Mr.
I do.
Bud? I mean, Mr. Air?
What
Mr. Tim?
the hell?
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just confused because you have the same first name as Air Bud.
Yeah.
But a different last
And
name?
it's our first name, Air. We're both named Air. I had a different.
Are you
dad.
related?
Yeah, he's my brother.
He's your brother. You have the same first name, different last name.
Yeah, we had a different dad. You have any siblings?
I do have some siblings. Yeah, I've got a sister.
Yeah, do you have different parents?
No, we have the same parents.
Oh, sounds pretty nice for you, Judge. Is that
I
what
guess
this
so.
is?
No,
Is
I'm
this
not trying to. I'm just
brag
trying
about
to,
your life.
I'm just trying to understand the circumstances here. So you have something of a competitive relationship with your brother Air.
He's not a part of the story. He's not in this. He wasn't at the birthday party. He didn't do anything involved in this.
All right. Well, we've got some visual evidence here that may run counter to that claim. Let's go ahead and have a look in just a moment here. But Mr. Budd, I just wanted to clarify because you mentioned him when you were telling the story about the photograph.
No, my brother. I have two brothers.
There's another brother.
Yes,
Who's the other brother?
Air Hunter, and he's a human baby.
You have a human brother named Air Hunter,
Air Hunter.
and he has a different dad, same first name.
We have the same dad.
So you have the same dad, but you have different last names, and you have the same first name.
My dad is a dog. His
Okay.
dad is a guy.
This seems like another crime that we don't want to probably get too far into.
They have the same name, but they're different guys.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there for right now. Maybe we'll circle back
His
to that.
dad's the doctor. It's a riddle up there.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and look at this piece of visual evidence that was submitted. Let's have a look. Okay, now this appears to be O.J. Simpson trying on a glove. Care to explain how this relates to your trial?
Yeah, I decided to post recently. I was watching the HBO miniseries. It wasn't on it was Showtime. You know, the one about HBO, American Criminal.
OJ Made in America.
OJ Made in America. Yes.
Good pull, bailiff.
Yeah. What was that on? Showtime or HBO?
I think it was a 30 for 30.
Was it
maybe.
30 for 30? They did a drama for that?
They do great stuff. The 30 for 30s are like some of the highest production value stuff that ESPN does.
What you're talking
What about
about?
the
No.
David Schwimmer one?
The David Schwimmer
With
one.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yes.
That was FX on Hulu.
That's right. These guys are from where I'm from. And I appreciate them coming out to support me on my big day.
We got your back, Tim.
Thank
Rise
you.
up.
All right, please, can we not?
Dog will hunt.
Please don't talk to the defendant while he's on the stand. Now, defendant, you were mentioning that. How is this OJ documentary relevant to your particular situation? Were you posting about it?
I was trying to kind of do a crime podcast about. I was trying to relitigate the OJ stuff.
You were trying to jump on the like true crime podcast wave.
And I was like, this is the most famous crime ever, or is it? That it was.
What is your take whether or not it was a crime or whether it was famous?
Well, that's season 1 and season 2.
Season 1 is whether or not the O.J. Simpson murders were a crime.
Yeah.
And season 2 is was it famous?
Yes. Yeah, that's what it was.
And where
No one knows, Judge.
and where did you land on that?
Well, you know, you gotta tune in. I can't be giving
All
you
right,
spoilers.
you're right. Spoilers. I
But
see.
the thing is, everyone's saying that's so cringe. Start a OJ Simpson crime podcast. Season 1, is it a crime? Season 2, is it famous? Cringe.
Okay, so before we get too far here, it seems like you're dangerously close to admitting the crime here.
I'm saying
Air
people.
Tim. Do you understand that?
Yes, thank you for getting my name right. It's not cringe to make a podcast about O.J. Simpson. It's not cringe to collect every baby in the neighborhood, put them in one room, take a picture. One of them's my brother, Air Hunter.
So, wait, one of the babies is your brother?
One of the babies is my brother!
That's Air Hunter.
Yes.
He's a human.
Yes.
Same dad.
No! Different dad, same name!
Judge, you're 12 steps
I thought you guys had the same. I thought Air Bud was the one who had a different dad,
No.
and this guy has the same dad.
Air Bud and I have different dads that are dogs. Air Hunter and I have different dads that have the same name. My dad is a dog. His dad is a guy.
Got it. Okay. And you all have the same first name, you and your two
Air
brothers.
Bud is not a part of the story. Why do you keep bringing him up?
I'm trying to get the story straight here. So,
Right.
all right, so we've got two sort of competing posts here that may or may not have been the cringe in question. One was a photograph of you and 20 babies in a room. The other was a post you were, what were you posting about the podcast?
I said if the glove doesn't fit, like and subscribe to my new podcast, O.J. Simpson. Is it famous? Is it a crime? Who knows? And then it wouldn't let me type it.
That's a long.
No, yeah.
It's not really even wordplay. We've got another piece.
I was really, when I started typing it, I was really hoping it was gonna be wordplay, but it just kind of explained what it was.
Okay, well, you know, we're not all copywriters. Listen, we've got another piece of visual evidence here to take a look at. Maybe this is going to tie the whole thing together. Let's have a look here. Okay, now what are we looking at here?
This is the day my wife gave birth.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that is a private affair. I didn't realize
That's
that.
right. We call that a D section. What do you think the D stands for?
A D section?
Yeah. What do you think the D stands for?
Dog?
That's right.
It's a dog section?
Yeah, we had a dog section. You know, it's they date back to Shakespeare times. Did you know that?
I had no idea, no. D sections, you mean?
That's how Dog Macbeth died.
Oh my God. Wow, that's tragic.
No dog of dog woman born will kill me was the Macbeth thing. And so Dog Macbeth was like that. No dog of dog woman born will kill me. I'll live forever. Then dog born from a D section kills him. That's the actual ending of Macbeth.
All right, hey, spoiler alerts. Remember,
That's right.
don't spoil the podcast.
Don't spoil the podcast. I will fucking
not
take
spoil-
Shakespeare down.
Do
I will
not
ruin
spoil
his
Dog
shit.
Shakespeare, please. I have not started it yet. All right. So we've got a couple different posts here. It's sounding like there was, and we do have an additional piece of visual evidence here that I want to take a look at in one moment here. But Air Tim, if you wouldn't mind, what do you think is cringe? Because maybe this is a situation where you posted cringe not realizing that it was cringe. So I want to get sort of a barometric read on where your feeling of where the line is for cringe.
Yeah, I think cringe is like Disney adults.
Okay, definitely.
People, people posting about their wedding.
Sure.
My brother accepting another MVP award.
This is Air Bud. Well, I don't know. I mean, you've got two brothers. I'm just clarifying. It wasn't the baby who was accepting.
This time and this time only, Air Bud is part of it.
Okay.
No,
And it's
no,
cringe
my
when your
one-year-old baby brother was not accepting it. Unless the MVP stands for most valuable pooper, he does a lot.
That's very cute. All right.
It was almost wordplay.
Well, yeah, I guess kind of. We've got another piece of visual evidence here, Mr. Should I call you Mr. Tim? Is your last name Tim?
You could call me Mr. Tim.
Great. Mr. Tim, we've got another piece of visual evidence to take a look at here. And now this appears to be a stock photo of the flag of Italy.
I subscribe to Getty Images.
Whoops, that's the empty witness stand. You subscribe to Getty Images.
Sorry, I couldn't get anyone to vouch on my behalf.
You could.
It's pretty rude of you guys to just show the empty chair.
Hey, look. Well, maybe someone will pay $5 to bring your brother, your baby brother, or your dog brother, or O.J. Simpson. Don't do that, actually.
I texted OJ.
You texted him? You guys found... I'm kind of surprised that you guys would be friendly after you did a podcast about
He came on the
trial.
podcast. He came on
He
season
came
2.
on the podcast. Wow,
right.
that's a huge get. He traditionally doesn't really do like media about that. I feel like he's been. It seems like he's been kind of trying to distance himself from that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's trial week.
Friend of the pod. OJ Simpson.
We're not gonna get OJ. Okay, so sorry, we got sidetracked there. Why did you submit a stock photo of the flag of Italy?
Oh, this was when I was really, I was listening to a lot of stand-up comedian podcasts, and they were the kind of...
Who are your guys?
Oh, yeah, the Sonic commercial guys.
Oh, yeah, what are their names? Those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are like improv legends in Chicago.
Yeah, those
what
guys.
are their names?
TJ and Dave.
Is it?
It's not.
It's not TJ and Dave?
Gaffigan.
You like Gaff? I didn't know you had a pod.
Yeah.
I guess they all do these days.
Ellen.
Ellen has a podcast?
These are just my favorite stand-ups.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting group.
They're TJ and Peter.
TJ and Peter are the Sonic guys.
Ironically.
Ellen Pompeo has a podcast.
What'd you say, Bailiff? All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead, they want to know.
So what's the deal with the flag of Italy?
I was trying to be edgy. I was trying to be like, oh, can I even post this anymore? Can I even post a stock photo of the Italian flag anymore? Or is that too sensitive?
You were trying to trigger the libs with a stock photo of the flag of Italy?
And this was right when the Chris Pratt thing was going on with Mario, and everyone was like, he's not Italian. And I was like, can you even say Italian anymore? I mean, seriously, people, it's a country.
Now, we are going to get OJ's dog, Lil Glove, on the stand. Do you have a relationship with OJ's dog, Lil Glove?
Yeah, OJ's glove.
His dog, not his glove.
Oh, never
His dog's name is Lil Glove. Which, again, it really feels like for a guy who's like trying to rebrand as just sort of like Twitter dad who likes to talk about sports, naming your dog after the sort of like crucial piece of evidence in your murder trial is kind of like, sort of on the nose.
If there's anyone who understands O.J. Simpson, it's me, Eric Camp. He's misunderstood. I am misunderstood. I have posted a photo of 20 babies. My wife giving birth via her stomach of a bunch of my puppy sons.
D-section.
D-section. I posted a photo of O.J. Simpson trying on the glove. I posted a stock photo of the Italian flag.
Now,
Is that cringe? No.
Did you catch any flack for the Italian flag post?
Yeah, I was cast on SNL, and they pulled me from the season.
Oh, you were supposed to be, you had like a Shane Gillis thing where you were
Yes.
going to be on SNL,
Yeah.
but they got mad
Yeah.
because you posted Italian
Yeah.
flag?
Can you do a Don Pardo impression?
Can I do one?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I could try.
Here, Tim.
That's what I wanted.
That was the bailiff. Let
Thank
me
you,
try.
bailiff.
Let me try. Hey, Tim!
That was good.
Yeah, close.
We gotta get a couple more.
We've got another piece of visual evidence, and then we are going to bring O.J. Simpson's dog, Lil Glove, to the stand. But let's have a look. Bailiff, are we prepared to show the next piece of visual evidence? Great, let's have a look. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, what happened here?
Your Honor, I object.
We've got, it looks like video evidence. Whoa, violent. What happened there? You know that guy?
I took that video.
You took that video.
Yeah.
I thought that looked like it was dash cam footage. Were you, how did you take that video?
I told my owner, not my dad, Air Hunter's dad, who has the same name as my owner. I said we should go. I want to film an action sequence. And then I was blocking the dashboard. Hello, do you hear me?
I think so, yeah.
Fucking ran his ass off a cliff.
Wow.
Yeah, filmed it, submitted it to AFV. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, this is a prank to get on AFV?
Yeah, and I'm surprised you found the video because I put it on VHS and I sent it and just put it in the mailbox. So I'm very happy to see the video again. I would really love a copy of that.
Got it. We could try to talk to the bailiff about ripping a copy for you. Now, I think we have our witness. Okay, someone's objecting to that. We're actually not going to be able to prepare a video for you. Sorry about that. Someone doesn't want you to have that video. We do have a witness on the stand now, so if you wouldn't mind, witness, please state your name for the record.
Okay.
Oh, bailiff, can we correct the name tag, please?
My name is not Traylon. My name is Little Glove.
Great. And Little Glove, how do you know the defendant, if you do?
Who, that guy right there?
Yeah, Air Tim.
Yeah, I know that guy.
How do you know him?
Around the block. Know him. My daddy brings me.
All right,
to-
someone is objecting to that. Do you want to be honest about how you know him?
I'm a fan of his work. I'm a devotee. I'm a Patreon subscriber.
You listen to the OJ podcast?
He's the hottest name in the dog alt left.
Oh, this is a political podcast.
I mean, kind of.
What is alt left?
Thank you for asking. Alt left is when you don't want anyone to be mad at you because you're cool and open-minded, but you think that biological hierarchy should be adhered to.
Oh, that's interesting.
Said it better than I could. Said it better than anyone on dog Twitter could.
I see. So you're something of a micro celebrity, Air Tim.
Yes, I am.
I don't like the way you're saying air as part of his name. There's a connotation there a little
What do you
bit.
mean? That's his name.
Yeah, but you're putting a lot of emphasis on it.
How should I say it?
You're Tim.
Oh, the emphasis is on the last name?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, we've got a lot of visual evidence to get to. We're going to be doing that in just a moment.
Are we sure that this is not Michael Jackson's dog?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. We did have a comment here from one of our jurors, Flower Boy, who says, this is the cringiest thing on the internet. And actually, it's funny you should say that because right now the defendant at the stand is accused of posting the cringiest thing on the internet. So that's yet to be determined, and we'd love for you to weigh in at the end of this to see if they're guilty.
Would you be the poster of this? If this is the cringiest thing on the internet, are you posting it? Are you accused of my crime? Are we canceled out? Am I not guilty because you're doing my crime?
I think you're good. I think you can get out of here.
Thanks, Little Glove.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, Little Glove, real quick while we've got you on the stand here, do you think that Air Tim has posted cringe at any point?
No, I think he's posted the truth, such as that this glove does not fit my paw. Therefore, I did not bite neighbor Miss Lady's hand. Couldn't have been me.
That's right.
Could not have been me.
Season 3.
Season 3 is whether or not OJ's dog bit the neighbor.
I'm just like my daddy.
Season
I'm just
3
like my
is
daddy.
whether or not what Little Glove did is a crime. Season 4 is it famous?
Okay, so you're following the model. I guess, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Little Glove, do you have any closing statements you'd like to make while you're on the stand? All right, great. Well, actually, someone's objecting to that, so you're going to have to make a closing statement.
Son of a bitch. What else can I do? Jesus.
Just make a statement.
I think it's cool that dogs can smoke cigarettes now.
Great, thank you. We are going to get Ron
Thanks,
Goldman's golden retriever on the stand. But we do have quite a bit of visual evidence to take a look at here, so let's get Ron Goldman's golden retriever prepared to take the stand. And in the meantime,
The boys
Air
are coming
Tim,
through.
the boys are finally coming through.
Dogs are out today.
We're gonna go ahead and take a look at some visual evidence here. Bailiff, is the first piece of visual evidence prepared? I guess we'll just find out. Let's see. Yep,
Is it okay?
looks like it
I've
is.
been up for so long. Is this?
Yeah, this is sometimes just kind of how it goes. Now, this appears to be a big titty anime soldier. Now, could you clarify why we might be looking at this big titty anime soldier?
That I thought was a text. I'll admit it. That one I thought that I was texting that out.
You thought that was like a DM and you accidentally posted that.
Yeah, I was sending that to OJ.
You were saying, why were you sending big
Yeah.
titty anime soldier to OJ?
Well, we're both big history buffs.
Okay.
And, you know.
And that's like an inside history buff joke?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, we do have a little bit more visual evidence here. Bailiff, could you load up the next piece of visual evidence for us? Thanks, Bailiff. I do want to see if we have any questions, too, right now. Here's a question from Juror I Fight For Them. They want to know, who let the dogs out?
Ron Goldman.
Oh, it was Ron. Okay, maybe that explains why his dog is here.
I've got a quick question.
Sure, go ahead.
Who's Ron Goldman?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. That would probably make this bit make a lot more
Maybe
sense.
we'll learn.
It's up.
Great. We've got another piece of visual evidence here. Let's have a look. Now, here is a shirt with a lot of text on
I
it.
am clinically insane, and I want to kill. This threat is serious, and you can hold me legally accountable for it. I want to kill so bad. You can use this shirt as evidence against me in court. I commit murder because I want to so bad.
Okay, so did you wear that?
Did I wear this shirt? No. Did I design this shirt as a Patreon exclusive? Yes. Is the back of the shirt OJ's glove and a bloody knife? Yes.
I see. So this is sort of like another inside joke for your community.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it. Okay, and do you think that perhaps that shirt might be a little cringe?
What are we? Okay, so cringe to me is like, this is so. You're
All
trying.
right, we got to raise the price of the visual evidence. Sorry, go on.
No, I just think like, if anything, the shit I've posted has been fucking insane. I don't think it's been cringe. I think cringe to me is like, ooh, you're trying to be cool, but you're actually uncool, or something like that. Or it's like, oh, this is so. You're so you're like being cutesy and it's annoying. Like, you know, you're doing some like cutesy family stuff. Or
Evidence is up.
Got it. All right, well, we have one more piece of visual, I guess two technically more pieces of visual evidence. Let's look at the first one here really quick, and it appears to be probably the third best hamburger in this area. Now, what? And there does seem to be some strong opinions regarding this piece of evidence. Any comment on that?
Yeah, that's a sign. I tried to eat it.
You tried to eat the sign, the picture of the burger?
Yeah, that's not the third best burger in town. That's fourth, fifth, sixth. Shitty.
You thought that sign was the burger, you took a bite of it and you thought it didn't taste very good.
Sandwich board is what
Sandwich
they said.
board.
They said, that's the sandwich board. I said, I know.
I could see how that would be confusing. Now, we do have a witness
Almost
here.
wordplay.
Nearly wordplay. You're really dancing
I'm
around
gonna
it.
get it by the end.
We've got another witness here. I'm just gonna let them introduce themselves here, and then we really got to put this to a vote. So let's go ahead. This is Ron Goldman's golden retriever. Can you state your name for the record, please? Great.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This witness just looks exactly like Drew Barrymore.
I work at Mezzaluna Trattoria.
That's a restaurant?
That's where her dad worked.
Oh, I see. Okay. And how do you know the defendant?
Sniffed his ass.
You sniffed his ass.
Sniffed his ass.
Got it. And what did it smell like?
Ah, so many things.
Can you name like 3 of them?
Like you, Judge, you? Personally, if you sniffed the defendant's ass, you'd smell poop, right?
All right. Well, that one I feel like
I smell like poop stuff from like weeks ago, and like
okay, so poop
like
still.
fish and like little like bits of tortilla that have fallen on the floor, you know, that he's eaten up. Mm-hmm. A cornflake.
Great. Well, thank you so much for that testimony. Is there anything else you'd like to add in your closing statement? Great. Thanks so much. We have one more piece of visual evidence here, and then we do need to put this to a vote. So, Bailiff, can I show that evidence?
Yes, you can.
All right, let's see here. And it does look like maybe the Italian flag again. Is that Italy?
Might be
IRA.
Oh, it's Ireland. It's IRA.
It's an IRA, Pepe, Judge.
It's IRA Pepe. Now, what was going on here?
Okay. I mean, this has gone too far. I can't even post IRA Pepe stuff. Listen, I know a lot about the controversy of Ireland and the troubles, and I have very informed opinions, and I think I could retroactively make the whole thing figure out. I was just, I was trying to get a reaction from these You know, everyone's always saying, oh, the IRA is so bad.
You
And
were trying to trigger the Irish or the...
Yeah. You seen...
Or the Brits? I'm not really familiar with the conflict.
Yeah, no, one of those for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, well, listen. Tim, I think it's just about time to... Bailiff, if we could prepare the poll for Tim.
It's up.
Great. If you want to make any closing remarks now, Air Tim. If you want to make any closing remarks now while the jurors vote, go ahead.
Say that my brother, Airbo, you know him.
We can't hear you.
I'll say that you know my brother. You know other dogs. All I have is my Alt Left Patreon podcast. Cringe? Nay, sir. Cringe is like wall word art. Cringe is text from your mom. Cringe is word art of the text from your mom. You put it on the wall.
That, I feel like, almost comes around into being, like, ironically funny.
Cringe is when you're is using outdated appropriated lingo.
Like what?
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
That was cringe. Okay, I think we're ready to go ahead. Not guilty. Wow. Congratulations, Air Tim. It is decided you are a free man or dog or whatever. You are free to go, Air Tim. Enjoy your freedom. Thank you so much for participating in this process. I hope you continue and that your O.J. Simpson related podcast is a major success. Okay, you got to be in the frame for that. All right. Nah, it's too late. Nah, yeah, get out.
Still in costume, Judge.
All right, we got it. Thank you. Great work. Great work, folks. Love to see an innocent man go free. Folks, if you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and tonight we're serving justice hot and fresh. But it's not up to me to determine whether or not these defendants are guilty or not. It's up to you, our jurors at home, voting in the polls, which are now in the chat because the poll plugin that we usually use is broken. There are a number of ways that you can participate in tonight's trials besides just asking questions in the chat. You can submit visual evidence, which we had way too much of in that last trial, by joining the Everything Now Show Discord. There should be a link in the chat pinned to the top to join the Everything Now Show Discord. If you join, head on over to the submissions channel and submit some images. We might use your image tonight during one of these proceedings. If you notice in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, for $5 you can call a witness, like somebody's dog. It'd be preferable if the witness was maybe like a person who can speak and have some opinions on the case, but not up to me. If you donate $5, we'll bring just about anybody to the stand. And of course, I want to remind everybody that if you subscribe at any point tonight, you can submit written testimony. We had 3 pieces of written testimony in our first trial, but none in our second trial. That valuable testimony could make or break a case, so don't be shy. Go ahead and subscribe and give us some written testimony. If we hit 15 subscriptions over the course of the entire night, we'll head on down to the police station for some much-needed firearm training. That's a lot of fun. Those of you who've been around for our previous iterations of firearm training know just how important that can be. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you get a free sub every month. Amazon Prime sub. Go ahead, hit that button. Okay, folks, I need to figure out what this next crime is because I've misplaced my docket. So if you wouldn't mind, jurors in the chat, please remind me what this next defendant stands accused of. He smelt it, so he dealt it. Okay, well that sounds like an open and shut case. Seems like we pretty much figured that one out. Waxing off before waxing on, pooping in the urinal, glowing too dimly, conspiracy to brunch, didn't join the Discord. That is a high crime. Raising the prices of the evidence, that's not a crime. That's actually cool to do. Misplaced their docket, not a crime. Ate the entire tamale. selling the little DVDs, selling to little DVDs legally. Well, if it's legal, I don't think it's a crime. If it's legal, I think it's fine. Can't get hard, picking the wrong nose, gave prime to a millionaire, ate someone else's dessert, tree fucking.
Is that a crime?
I think it is.
Oh. Uh-oh. Better make some calls.
Tree fucking for sure. Okay, we're gonna take tree fucking. Seems like a lot of people really want to do tree fucking. We're gonna take tree fucking. Yes.
Real problem in San Francisco or Sacramento, Judge.
Yes.
A bunch of trees that smell like cum up there.
A crime that seems to be sweeping the nation right now. Now, fine to build a house in a tree, fine to pick an apple from a tree. But once things turn to a sexual nature, things can get downright criminal. Thank you so much for the follow, the Midnight Bastard. Yes, of course, you can have a nice platonic relationship with a tree. In fact, some of my best friends are trees. But I would never dare stick my penis into a tree because that would be a crime here in the District of New York, and that's exactly what this next defendant stands accused of. Yes, sex with a tree. Naughty, naughty. And hopefully you, our jurors, will help determine whether or not they're guilty. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Greetings. I'm Donnie Depp.
Donnie Depp?
I'm Donnie Depp, yes.
And Donnie, do you understand the crime for which you stand accused?
I do.
I see. And do you have perhaps an alibi or a case of mistaken identity that you might want to use to defend yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was a case of mistaken identity. I think there was someone who looked exactly like me who fucked that tree.
Really? Because you seem to have a pretty distinct look, Donnie, if you don't mind me saying.
I disagree.
Really?
You ever seen my brother, Johnny Depp?
Oh, you're related to Johnny Depp. Okay.
Yeah, no shit, bastard.
I guess. Whoa. Look, I just had a guy who got really upset with me making assumptions about his family tree, so I'm trying to be a little bit more open-minded about familial relations right now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Depp.
Of course.
Now, to me, you look a little bit more like the Hamburglar. Do you ever get that?
I have.
You've gotten Hamburglar? Okay.
But Judge, that to your point, that's two people I look alike.
I guess that's a good point.
And that Hamburglar, he's a sneaky one.
So you're saying you think it might have been the Hamburglar that was fucking that tree?
Yeah. Death.
I see. Now, do you, Mr. Depp, do you have any relations with trees outside of sexual relations, of course?
Well, I go on a lot of walks through forests. When I go alone, I tend to talk to the trees. So yeah, I guess I talk to trees sometimes. But no more than anyone else would talk to a tree, you know what I mean?
I suppose I understand what you mean. What's the nature of these conversations? And before you answer that question, we are going to have a bit of visual evidence here.
Bring it on!
Let's have a look.
Fuck.
Now,
Fuck.
What am I looking at here? This appears to be a 20-minute Watch Mojo video with the 20 movies you shouldn't watch with your parents. Now, why might we be taking a look at that, Donnie?
Fuck. How'd you get that?
Whoa! I don't know what just happened there. Someone submitted it as evidence here. Why? Is there a problem?
Well, recently I watched a movie with my parents, and I was looking up movies you shouldn't watch with your parents, just in case there's some dicey tree fucking scenes that I don't want my parents to see.
I see. So, well...
Or human fucking.
Right.
You know, any kind of fucking, Judge.
Right. You don't want to watch a movie with fucking in it with your parents.
Yeah, that's not cool. You know, it's really awkward watching a sex movie with your parents. It kind of takes the fun out of the movie, you know what I mean?
I can appreciate that. Now, I do want to make you aware right now, Mr. Depp, that someone has requested we bring Amber Birch to the stand, as well as Treebeard.
Fuck. Fuck.
Is that going to be a problem?
No, bring her on.
Okay.
Bring them on. Is it multiple?
Well, yeah. First, we're gonna get Miss Birch on the stand, and then we're gonna get Treebeard. But I want to return just for a moment to these conversations. Well, here's a question actually from one of our jurors. A great follow-up. Do you live with your parents? Is that why you were doing movie night with them?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's not a big deal. I'm just, I wanted to...
Is it not a big deal, Judge? Because literally freaking everyone I talk to says it's weird that I live with my parents still.
I guess I want to understand the nature of your relationship. Are you like a caregiver for them, or...
Yeah, I am.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Depp?
I'm a reader.
You're a reader?
So I write stories, and I go to the local library and do readings for them.
And you call most people would consider that an author. Like you're writing.
Well, I'm not published. No
I
one,
see.
Yeah, it's... Fuck you!
Okay, it seems like some people maybe have attended some of these readings.
They're good! They're good! Fuck you!
Can you... What's the nature of these stories? Is there anything tree-related?
You could say that. My first novel, Tree of Life, follows a tree.
Wait, you wrote Tree of Life?
Not the Brad.
Oh,
Pitt
it's a
one.
different.
Not the Brad Pitt Tree of Life. That one's stupid. The one I wrote is about a tree that hangs out with a little boy, and he fucks the little boy.
Oh, okay. Well,
until the boy sucks all the life out of him, and the tree dies, and the boy goes on and gets married.
Okay, some people seem sort of mixed reaction from the crowd there. Some people did seem particularly interested. You hear what that sounds like, though, don't you, Mr. Depp? That does seem sort of like potentially damning evidence of the crime.
Well, I'm gonna stop talking then.
Okay, well, you're welcome to exercise your Fifth Amendment right. However, we do have,
I exercise my Fifth Amendment right.
Okay, very well. We are going to be pulling up some visual evidence here. I believe this is an illustration from one of your books that we're going to be pulling up as visual evidence here. And then after that, we are going to head over to the witness stand to speak with Miss Birch.
Yes.
Bailiff, do we have that image from his book ready to display?
Yep.
All right, we're going to have a look. Now, this is, I understand, an image from one of your latest novels.
Fuck.
Okay, this appears to be...
It's a Campbell's boy.
That's the Campbell's boy. Okay, is that like a character from your book?
Yeah, it's the boy I was talking about who fucks the tree. It's Campbell's boy.
The Campbell's boy fucks the tree.
Yeah, he's based off the good soup. You ever had Campbell's?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the soup brand Campbell's.
What's your favorite flavor, Judge?
I guess, I don't know if it's a flavor, but chunky style.
Oh.
I like those commercials they did with, I want to say it was Donovan McNabb's mom.
McNabb and his mom.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Those are cool.
Those were classic.
Does Campbell's have any issue with you creating a character that's made out of one of their cans and going and fucking a tree?
No, they really don't. I've tried to. Cool with it? Yeah, I don't think it's famous enough yet. But once I get published, Campbell's is gonna come running to my doorstep, win that cash.
Okay, so you're hoping to become famous so you can be sued by Campbell's?
Fuck yeah, Judge.
Got it. Okay, well, I guess all press is good press. And speaking of, we've got now Miss Amber Birch on the stand. If you wouldn't mind, Miss Birch, please state your name for the record.
That bitch.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Birch. Could you please state your name for the record?
Amber Birch.
Great. And Miss Birch?
For the record.
Great. And if you wouldn't mind, could you please let us know how you know the defendant?
I'm doing the audiobook for the tree thing. For the one about the tree.
Is that true, Mr. Depp? She's doing the reading, the audio reading for your book?
Yeah, that's right. She did the Audible reading. She did the iTunes podcast reading. I love her voice.
It seems sort of strange to me, Mr. Depp, that you would sort of shop that responsibility out since you identify yourself primarily as a reader.
You know what, Judge? What do you want from me? Statistics show that listeners prefer a female voice when reading books. when listening to books. So I kind of sacrificed my own pride. What do you want, Amber?
Judge, I guess I should. I'm so sorry to interrupt, Donnie.
It's okay.
Don't be upset. Donnie, I should clarify. I'm doing the Spanish language version of the audiobook.
Oh, I see. So Mr. Depp is still doing the English version. You're just doing the Spanish version.
Este árbol quiero su comis.
It's pretty good, right?
I guess it kind of...
Pretty sexy, huh?
I guess it kind of almost sounds, and I don't want to use labels here, but I think some listeners might hear that and say that it sounds sort of like a male voice.
Well, I do the voice of the boy in my voice, and then I make the tree sound like the tree should sound.
Which is what?
So, in the book, right, it goes, "Oh, Señor Árbol, quiero su amor." And then the tree says, "Sí, mi quiero también su amor."
That was amazing, Amber.
Completa su amor en mi cabazo.
Jesus Christ.
Complete love in my heart. That's what she said.
I don't know if that's what that is.
It's a direct translation from the English, which is "complete your love on my head," which is a sort of, in the English version, he says "come on my head, finish on my head," and.
Amber, just shut up.
What's with the harmonica?
I'm learning.
Okay. Miss Birch, are there any closing statements, anything related to whether or not Mr. Depp here might have had sex with a tree?
Do you want to hear the highest note on the harmonica?
No. That seems like not.
You said
that seems
no.
like the-
You
okay.
said no, so I did the lowest one.
Great. Okay. Any closing statements?
This bit was in poor taste. Whatever you had in mind with this was maybe in poor taste. Just a note.
Okay. Thanks, Miss Birch. I appreciate your taking the stand in that testimony. Now, Mr. Depp.
She pooped in the bed.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Birch pooped in the bed.
That is poor taste.
He would say this after she leaves.
I didn't even understand that you guys shared a bed.
Yeah, I let her sleep at my condominium.
And she wait, at your parents' house? I thought you lived with your parents.
I have a condo. I rent it out.
Why do you live with your parents if you own a condo?
Because I'm making money off the condo, Slick.
I see. So you're renting out your condo to Amber Birch, making money while you live at home with your parents.
Correct. Sound like a good business plan to you?
I mean, it certainly is one way to make money. Now, we do have one other witness here on the stand. This is, well, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Bailiff, do we have the name tag prepared for this next witness?
We do.
Great. All right. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record. Jesus.
Wow.
My name
How do you look like that?
is Treebeard.
He's looking sexy.
Now we do have, excuse me, what, Mr. Depp?
I said he's looking sexy. I mean, Dexley. He's looking.
He's looking Dexley?
Oh. Fuck.
Treebeard, how do you know the defendant, Mr. Depp?
We
Could you speak up just a little bit, Mr. Treebeard?
used to.
All right, speed it up, Mr. Beard.
Fuck.
What's happening? What's going on?
I thought he looked exactly like Johnny Depp. So
All right, you fucked this guy. Is that what you're saying? Is that where we're going with this? Is that you fucked Mr. Depp?
fucked him. And then we fucked.
You fucked him and then you fucked?
Again.
Got it. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Treebeard.
Call me.
We really appreciate.
Call me,
We really
Treebeard.
appreciate that testimony. As slow as it was actually extremely relevant, which I appreciate. Mr. Depp, do you have a response to that?
I came.
Okay. All right.
What do you want from me, Judge? What do
I
you
just want
from
the
me?
truth. Damn it, I just want the truth. And if that's the truth, well, I appreciate that.
Just because I fuck a tree, I'm in trouble?
Yes, that's the nature of the crime. Yes, exactly that.
The nature of the crime.
Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
Look, we've got 2 more pieces of visual evidence, and then we're gonna bring up a poll here to decide whether or not you're guilty. We are getting some boos here for a
Fuck
judge
you.
wanting the truth. Okay.
Fuck you.
No, you will respect me, Mr. Depp.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Now, let's have a look at this visual evidence. Okay. What is this? Looks like sort of like a blingy version of Air Bud.
Aw.
And are you familiar with Mr. Bud? Is that why maybe that would have been submitted?
Yeah, he pissed on my girlfriend. He pissed on a tree.
Excuse me?
Fuck. Fuck. He pissed on a tree, I know.
I see. So you're maybe saying that it wasn't actually you who had sex with the tree. It was Air Bud who had some sort of like water sports fetish situation with a tree.
Exactly, Judge. Exactly.
Where did this take place?
Markinson's Forest.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting specific.
Now we're
I
getting
appreciate
specific.
that. Now,
Yeah. I'm here for you, Judge.
okay. Hey, look, I appreciate that. Look, I just want the truth. All right, that's all I'm here for. We do have another piece of visual evidence. Bailiff, are we prepared to show that last piece of visual evidence?
Let's take a look. 1 second, Judge.
All right, we're gonna go to that in just a minute. Now, Mr. Depp, I see. Let me see. Jurors, do we have any questions for Mr. Depp, real quick, while we've kind of while we're preparing this piece of visual evidence?
The evidence is ready when you are, Judge.
Okay, we'll take a look at this visual evidence, and then we'll answer some questions from the jurors. But let's have a look here. Okay, now what is going on there?
Peter Griffin.
Yes, I know that's Peter Griffin. I'm well aware. Now, what is he doing naked?
I watched Peter Griffin porn.
Okay, well, that's not a crime.
You're telling me that's not a crime, but fucking a tree's not a crime?
No, I'm telling you that's not a crime, but fucking a tree is a crime.
Yeah, why is watching Peter Griffin porn not a crime?
Do you want it to be?
It should be.
You think so? You do it.
Make it a crime?
No, you just said that you watch Family Guy porn.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
Did I?
I'm not sure. Now I'm confused.
I just want the truth, Judge.
All right, listen. We have a question here.
You ever jerk off to Peter Griffin, Judge?
I wish I could. My dick hasn't worked in years.
Ooh. That sucks.
I agree. We have a question here.
Cialis.
I'm sorry?
Try some Cialis.
Is that what you use?
Yeah, Cialis works on any... Doesn't give you a heart attack. Very safe.
It's interesting. All right, well, we do have a question here. What's your favorite kind of tree to fuck, you tree fucking maniac?
Oak.
Okay, wait, that was a very quick answer.
What was the question?
It was what kind of tree you like to fuck, and you almost immediately before I finished the question said oak.
I thought it said, what kind of tree do you like to not fuck?
Oh, I see. You
Yeah.
misheard me.
I did. You speak slow, Judge.
All right. Well, you prefer I speak faster?
Yeah, sure. Speed it up.
What do you do about splinters?
What?
What do you do about splinters when you're having sex with trees?
Judge, I see what you're doing. You take them out with tweezers, presumably.
Presumably. I see.
Yeah.
All right, we've got one other question here from our jurors here. How do you deal with the sap from the maples?
Well, it's like dealing with cum. You know, it's just as difficult to get out of stuff.
Speak on that.
Well, cum when it gets wet becomes even more difficult. Sap when it gets wet, more difficult. You gotta use dish detergent.
Dish detergent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. And you found this out when you were having sex with trees?
Is it too late to plead that little fifth you were talking about, Judge?
You are welcome to plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
We started the poll.
Great. We are going to start the poll now, but Mr. Depp, if you want to make any closing remarks now, this is the time to do it. And jurors, if you want to submit any written testimony, we are still 12 subs away from hitting our goal.
All right. My final statement is, have some sympathy for me. You know, of all the things I could fuck, I'm fucking a tree. The least you...
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So what's so wrong with fucking an oak? I'm not doing anyone any harm. Trees barely feel it. They don't orgasm. It's not hurting anyone. Just give me a chance.
At least you never fucked that human skull, Judge.
Yeah, I guess we never really touched on that. You're holding a human skull. What's going on with that?
This is my ex-wife.
Okay, wow. I feel like we kind of buried the lead on that one. Now I feel like maybe we should have talked about that more.
Yeah, she died a few years back, and I promised to never, hook up with anyone else while she was dying. That was her last wish. So I kind of can't really fuck anyone that's a human.
I see, and so that is beautiful. So you're carrying around her you're carrying around her naked skull as a reminder not to have sex with any humans.
That's correct, Judge.
The jury finds him not guilty, Judge.
Wow. Okay. It seems like you've swayed the hearts and minds of our jurors.
I'm gonna go fuck some trees.
Oh, no.
What?
All right, just one.
All right.
Okay.
Just one.
I'm
coming, Courtney.
All right. Farewell. Can't win them all. Well, that was Donnie Depp.
Judge.
That guy did have Riz. And sometimes all you need is a little Riz and a little luck to get out of potentially a felony charge. Folks, that's two innocent and one guilty so far on the night here. It seems like we've got something of a merciful juror box this evening. It's interesting. If you're just joining us, of course, my name is Judge Learned Hand, and I am holding court here, but it's not up to me to decide whether or not these defendants are guilty. It's up to you, our jurors at home. If you're just joining us, you can ask questions to these defendants to get their answers, but you can also submit some evidence in a variety of ways. You can submit visual evidence by joining the Everything Now Show Discord. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Join the Everything Now Show Discord. All you have to do is click the button. The link's in the chat. Submit images in the submissions channel. You might see your image used as a valuable piece of evidence tonight in one of these trials. You can also call a witness to the stand for $5. We've seen that happen. And I just want to remind everybody, we're still just 12 subs away, a mere 12 subs away from hitting our goal for the night. Let's hit that goal. Let's head on down to the police station for some firearm training. I know they'd really appreciate it, some help. So let's hit that goal. 12 more subs, submit some written testimony, and let's figure out what this next defendant stands accused of. Go ahead and start suggesting some crimes if you wouldn't mind. Reminding me, jog my memory, chat. What does this next defendant stand accused of? Dave & Buster's loyalty card fraud. First degree tomfoolery. Broke up with a tree over text message. Eating boogers, but only the juicy ones, not the crunchy ones. Writing in cursive. Was eating cold beans right out the can. Desynchronized dance. Yucking my yum. Went to the bathroom and didn't wash hands. We're going to take one of the early ones. We're going to take first degree tomfoolery. First degree tomfoolery. Now, a little bit of tomfoolery, that's fine. Even second degree tomfoolery, while not technically a crime, is frowned upon. But as soon as you cross that line, and it is a fine one, as soon as you cross that line into first degree tomfoolery, well, that's a bridge too far, and that is a crime here in this jurisdiction. This next defendant stands accused of the crime of first degree tomfoolery. Defendant, please take the stand, and if you wouldn't mind, state your name for the record.
Woo! Oh yeah! That's right. All rise.
No.
All rise for
No
the
need to rise.
honorable Judge Quentin Harris, who just graduated judge school. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
all right,
go,
please.
Let's fucking go.
Congratulations. You know, it's always great to see a new judge making their way, but please, as a judge, you should understand you have to respect the sanctity of these halls.
Look how big my hammer is.
Okay, well, that looks like sort of like a learner's. And it's not called a hammer, it's called a gavel.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like a safety gavel. It's like big and rubber.
I smash my homies nuts with these. This
Okay,
thing.
but that's very disrespectful to the profession.
Justice. It's like
Not
Thor.
a weapon.
It's like
Not a
Thor.
It's not like Thor at all. Now, Quentin, do you understand the crimes that you stand accused of right now?
No, Your Honor. No, I thought I was actually here to shadow you so I can start on Monday.
You're supposed to start as a judge on Monday, and you're already here. You're on the wrong side of the judge's stand here.
Oh!
Mr. Harris, this is
Par-
not a great way to be starting off your career.
Pardon me. I'll let the next guy go then.
No, you stay right there. We have some visual evidence. Bailiff, are we prepared to show the visual evidence? Let's have a look at this. Okay. All right. Now, what is this? What is that?
That's the Green Valley animal mascot that we stole for a senior prank.
You stole Green Valley's goose and showed its bare ass?
Yeah, we stole their fat ass goose. We slapped it at homecoming.
All right. Well, that feels like it might be encroaching on first-degree tomfoolery, Mr. Harris. Do you Mr. Harris? Mr. Harris, take that cup out of your mouth. Mr. Harris? Okay. Mr. Harris, listen. I have respect for the situation that you're in. I was once a young, fresh out of school judge. I didn't understand the sanctity of the position, the respect that it demands. And, you know, I got into a fair amount of tomfoolery myself, but never first degree tomfoolery, Mr. Harris.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm listening.
Mr. Harris, take that cup off your head. Mr. Harris, this is not funny, Mr. Harris. All right, we've got... Mr. Harris, it's not that funny. Mr. Harris, are you okay?
Oh, man. Sorry.
Mr. Harris, we have some more visual evidence here that I'm hoping will focus you up and really clarify the seriousness of these crimes for which you stand accused. Because I know we're having a lot of fun here. It's all fun and games, a lot of laughs, right? Well, this piece of visual evidence is going to really clarify how serious things are. Let's
Sir,
have a
yes,
look.
sir. Yeah.
I love eating dry cereal. It feels like I'm eating dog food for boys.
Yeah. Yeah, me and the homies get up at 10 a.m. and we get on our knees and we pour cereal into our bowls. And then we eat it like we're fucking dogs, like the dogs we are.
Is this some sort of like hazing ritual? And Mr. Harris, if you wouldn't mind, please refraining from drinking alcoholic beverages in the courtroom.
Sorry.
Thank you. Now, is that some sort of hazing ritual, the dog bowl drinking thing?
No, we were seniors, well into our early 20s.
Okay, so you just do that for fun.
Yeah, it makes us feel alive and like we're like we're connected, you know, and like we'll be connected forever. And we just like it.
Got it. Okay. Well, listen, you're not in school anymore, Mr. Harris. You're a professional. You're here to
Because I fucking graduated!
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Now, Mr. Harris, if you wouldn't mind, can you tell me some of the antics that you and your, I guess it was, what, a fraternity of prospective judges?
Uh-huh.
What sort of pranks and shenanigans did you guys get up to?
Well, we climb inside vending machines.
You'd climb inside vending machines?
Yeah, and then we scare people. We hide behind the Famous Amos and scare people.
Wait, I don't understand. You'd hide behind the tiny packages of cookies?
Because when the Famous Amos gets vended, then all of a sudden, you know, like the bag is going down like, and then,
That's me!
That is very frightening.
Yeah.
That's a good prank.
Your Honor, I did major in judge, but I minored in being a little stinker.
Wow. I was not aware that they offered that. What sort of things did you learn in Little Stinker class?
Whoopee cushion.
You learned, is that a whole class?
I did a whole project on whoopee cushion. I did a research paper on whoopee cushion.
A research, who invented the whoopee cushion?
Dick Whoopee.
Dick Whoopee.
The third.
Okay, now that feels like you're doing a little bit of pranking tomfoolery on me.
Nuh-uh.
Was his name really Dick Whoopee?
Yeah, it's a family of geniuses. His cousin invented tear gas.
All right, I feel like you're not taking this serious, Mr. Harris, and if you don't straighten up, we might have to call a witness, somebody, a parent.
I'm sorry.
Your mom. We might have to get your mom on the stand.
No, she's so fucking busy right now.
Yeah, well, you better behave, okay?
Yes, sir.
Get that cup off your head.
Okay, sir. Don't call my mom. She's too busy.
It's not up to me.
Joe's trying to win again.
What?
Joe's trying to win again.
I'm sorry, are you related to Vice President Kamala Harris?
Yeah, she's my mommy.
That's your mom? Your mom is Vice President Kamala Harris? Oh my God. Okay, I didn't make the connection. I feel like every time I assume somebody with a well-known last name is related, I get it wrong. All right. I'm not going to give you any special treatment, all right? Just because your mom is the vice president does not mean that you can take advantage of this system, Mr. Harris.
You got it. I'll do it right and I'll do it good. Now, anything that me and my friends did, we did, for fun, okay? And I didn't mean it to be it was just a joke. It's just a prank. We always prefaced it with, it was just a prank, bro. We'd flat tire people out in public and then say it's just a prank. Puts us in the clear, clears up all evidence and whatnot.
That is an affirmative defense to pretty much any crime in this jurisdiction, is if you say it's just a prank, bro, legally you are totally within your right.
Exactly. Pull guy's shirt over his head, push him down flight of stairs. He gets back up in hospital. We say, it was just a prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro.
Can't do anything about it. Exactly right. I play by the law. My mommy's a cop.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, hey, you're a judge, so you should be familiar with that piece of the law. Now, jurors, do you have any questions for Mr. Harris? I want to see if we have anything that our jurors would like to know from you. The son of, and you're the son of Miss Kamala Harris?
That's right.
I see. Okay, we're getting a no.
Is your mom as cool in person as she is on the TV?
Yes. She shows me all the cool hip hop and talks to me about smoking marijuana because she's so cool and with it.
She talks to you about smoking marijuana in what context?
When I was in high school, I would wake up and she'd drive me to school and we'd be silent for about 30 minutes on the drive. And then before I get out for class, she says, I smoked marijuana when I was young. I say, yes, Mom. And then I got out of the car and ran to class with a sandwich in my mouth.
Okay, there can't be anything left in that cup by now. Mr. Harris, we've got two questions here that are about sort of asking the same thing, so I want to ask it now. What is the coolest prank or shenanigan you've ever pulled? Can you please not
What was
do
that, Your Honor? I wasn't listening.
What is the...
Your Honor, I wasn't paying attention. I was actually trying to do something really cool, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to need you to focus the fuck up. This is not a game. This is not a joke. All right, Mr. Harris, this is not some wacky, interactive live stream comedy show, okay? This is real life. This is a fucking courthouse, and you will respect it.
Sir, to pass with my B+, sir, I actually gamified my academics, sir!
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Your Honor, I used game theory in order to get me to want to study and do the academic things that I hated doing, but making it like a video game, Your Honor, sir!
How did you do that?
Sir, I would read a page and then I'd smoke a lot of weed.
Okay, that is not a game. That is not a game. Now, what is the wackiest, craziest prank you ever pulled?
Oh, man. God, where to begin? Where to start? I guess it's when we pulled Dean's shirt over his head and pushed him down a flight of stairs.
Okay, that feels more like assault than a prank.
And then he landed inside of a van, and then the van drove off of a cliff.
Okay, if the van had taken him to some silly place or something, that would feel more like a prank.
And the cliff was right above Chuck E. Cheese, and he landed inside of it. Yeah. So I got you actually.
You got me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said it would be cool if it was in a funny place, and it actually wasn't a funny place this whole time, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, it seems to me that you're not taking anything seriously here, and that makes me feel
I'm
like
trying.
That makes me feel like you are guilty of these crimes, frankly. Now we're going to bring
Shouldn't be
your mom's dog.
Oh, come
Sorry,
on.
your dog, Kamal Arf. Kamal Arf Harris?
Yeah, Kamal Arf.
We're gonna bring Kamal Arf Harris to the stand. Is there anything that you'd like to share with us before we bring this witness to testify? Anything that you want us to know before they come to the stand?
Oh yeah, I got something for you.
Are you trying to force a fart?
No! I was just thinking.
Please don't try too hard.
I have a point I'm trying to make. I lost it. I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Wait, it's back. Oh, it's gone again. Your Honor, I was graduating, had senioritis and whatnot. What's a little joke got to hurt anybody?
Well, I guess if the joke is pulling their shirt over their head, pushing them down a flight of stairs into a van, and then driving that van off of a cliff, there is maybe some potential threat of injury there.
Yeah, but I paid for all of his hospital bill, and also when he woke up in the Chuck E. Cheese, he was happy.
Okay. We've got your dog now on the witness stand, so I'm gonna let them.
1 second, Judge.
Oh, what's going on, bailiff?
So do you do they give you a gun?
No, the judge doesn't need a gun.
Man, I'll just get my own.
Why would I need a gun?
To shoot the bad guys?
No, you don't shoot. What are you talking? You don't shoot the bad guys. This whole trial is supposed to be a way to peacefully reconcile disagreements in the law.
I find the defendant guilty. Next witness, like that.
Okay.
Like Judge Dredd.
That's not a real thing.
I was saying about being Judge Dredd, but I have like dreadlocks.
Okay. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please stating your name for the record. Roof. Your name is Roof? Roof.
Harris.
Roof Harris. Great. And Mr. Harris, can you please define your relationship with the defendant, Quentin Harris?
Well, we're pretty much best friends. We'll hang out, play GTA Vice City.
Mm-hmm.
We will do cocaine, but it's not cocaine, it's powdered sugar. And we go, man, what if this is cocaine? Yeah. We will do a game where we text everyone on each other's phone. Like flirty stuff that we'd want to say for real. And then if they get mad, we say, this was a game.
I was forced to do that because we're playing a game. My friend forced me to do that, actually, so I didn't mean it, kind of thing. And also, yeah, we get the helicopter cheat, and then we play until one of us dies, and then we switch controller.
That's right. He scratched my belly. He'll take me on a big walk. You know, sometimes he will want to give me some peanut butter, but it seems like he's hiding it from me inside of this small thing, and it takes me all goddamn day to get it.
Yeah, it's the Kong toy. Keeps him busy when I bring ladies over, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's when I bring the ladies over and we play Grand Theft Auto Vice City and we do the helicopter cheat and then we play until one of us dies and then we pass the controller.
Right.
Sex.
Mr. Harris, it sounds like your dog was describing a couple different instances of tomfoolery there. Prank phone calls, the Kong toy thing, I guess, is not really tomfoolery, but...
It's dog foolery, Your Honor.
Now, Arf Harris, or Bark
Roof.
Sorry, Roof Harris. Are any of the actions or activities that you partner up with your owner / best friend Quentin, would you characterize those as tomfoolery?
His name is Quentin.
Right.
And you're saying he's doing tomfoolery?
That's an interesting point. So if I'm understanding your argument correctly, you're saying that it should be called Quentin foolery.
I'm just saying, I didn't write the rules. I think we should play by him.
Your Honor, my dog didn't write the rules. He's a dog.
No, I didn't write them. Can't write. I'm a dog.
I might have gotten him those buttons that say words like walk, outside, food, but he can't write on that.
Yeah, we learned that. We learned how for me to talk with the buttons. I'm doing the buttons right now.
Wait, that's how you're actually just pressing buttons underneath the table right now? That's how you're talking?
Take me out to pee. Take me out to pee.
Your Honor,
take me out to pee.
he's stepping on the buttons like they're the foot switches on a cool guitar pedal thing.
Take me out to pee. Take me out to pee.
I see.
I want a treat.
That's incredible. It seemed like you were able to carry on a full conversation. How many buttons do you have down there?
He's not guilty. Take me out to pee.
It's a very specific button. Seems like that would only come up in very specific situations. All right. Do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to make, Bark, Bark, Bark?
We would do, a game where we would switch each other's phones, text everyone with phones, flirty stuff.
Right, and you pressed that button already.
Take me out to pee.
Got it. All right, we're going to have the bailiff take you out to pee. Great, thank you so much. 28 buttons. Yeah. Wow, amazing that they were aligned that perfectly for that conversation.
Should I start the poll, Judge?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that poll ready. If anybody at all has written testimony that they'd like to subscribe to submit, now would be the time to do it. And of course, we're going to give you, Quentin, an opportunity to make your closing statement. Mr. Harris, it's now time for you to make your closing statement.
What?
Closing statement, Mr. Harris. Do you have anything you'd like to say at the end? The people are going to be voting to determine your fate.
Yes. If you vote for me to be Now York's newest judge on the scene, I promise that the defendant will have a fireman's pole next to the stand. And so if they're being boring, they can do cool dances, or we get a lady to do a dance on them, or a guy, And you're asking about cool ideas I had for court? Is that what you're asking me to do?
No, this is not like a pitch session. This is you describing why the jurors should find you innocent of this crime.
Right. Cool. I got it. Yeah. Look, I make people smile. All right. So I don't see that as a crime. I think my pranks and my gags and my goofs make everybody happier. Honestly. So if you think that joy and passive happiness is a crime, then I think you gotta go find the closest birthday clown that you can find outside and shoot him in the fucking head, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's certainly one perspective to take. Bailiff, how is it looking on that poll?
Not guilty by a mile.
Not guilty. Wow. Wow. Really? Are we sure?
I'm positive.
Very well. Quentin, the people have spoken and they have determined that you are not guilty of the crime of first-degree tomfoolery. Okay. What's going on?
I'm a little out of tune. Ever consider turning your gavel into a guitar?
No, I'm not.
You gotta come out with us to round one, dude. Be with the other judges. Come on.
I'm shy. I don't know. Nobody ever invites me to anything.
It's a true your dick don't work.
Yes, it's true my dick doesn't work. Is that why are you bringing that up?
Because we want to fix it.
You want to fix it?
We want to fix your penis.
All right. Just send me a DM in the judge Discord after this, all right?
You gotta accept the Facebook group invite.
Oh, you guys are still on Facebook? I'm not even on Facebook anymore. I'm like 30 years older than you.
The group functionality is to die for.
All right. So I'll send a request. All right. Thank you, Mr. Harris. Gross. Welp.
He did smoke on the water, Judge. He did smoke on the water.
Hard to argue. Hard to argue with smoke on the water. I do think that his witness/dog/best friend coming in with the crucial argument of how can it be tomfoolery if his name is Quentin, shouldn't it be Quentin foolery? That felt like a pretty ironclad defense and may have swayed a lot of And thank you so much for the follow, Cream Pies for Christ. Really strong username. I'd be remiss if I were to.
Hey, Judge, on that note, I don't want you to panic, but just to remind you, we got a bot that's booked this room in 10 minutes. They need to set up in about 10 minutes, so this needs to be a rapid-fire trial.
All right, we're going to go really fast.
Rapid-fire trial.
We're going really fast on this next one. All right, let's go ahead and get the next crime. And also, let's get 12 more subs. What's the next crime, folks? We need another crime. Accused of slow talking in a rapid fire trial. Had the wackest freestyle.
Wackest freestyle, Judge. I think we pulled the trigger on that one.
That's a great one, but yeah, we already took one from HP Love Shaft. They've got some great suggestions.
Great name, too.
Didn't give Christ a cream.
Made lasagna with elbow noodles, rabid baby badgering, too hard to say, selling free shit, second coolest judge, ate Garfield's lasagna, two lasagna related suggestions here, praying too loud at the McDonald's, selling overdose of DVDs. What does that mean, Steve?
Steve wants the DVD content.
Selling overdose of DVDs?
It sounds funny. You can't deny that.
It definitely sounds funny. I think we're going to take praying too loud in the McDonald's.
Yes, the groom to be.
We're going to take, yes, from the groom to be, praying too loud in the McDonald's. Yes, of course, McDonald's is where you're loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But unfortunately, some people be loving it a little bit too hard, loving Christ that is, and doing it out loud for everybody to hear. Now, having a private moment to say validate your commitment to the one above, well, that's your own prerogative. But when you're doing it too loudly in the McDonald's and everybody just trying to buy their McGriddle, that become something of an issue. That's what this next defendant stands accused of. Defendant, please take your place at the podium. And state your name for the record.
John Dolphin.
John Dolphin. Mr. Dolphin, do you understand the crime for which you stand accused?
I understand the crime, Judge.
I see. And how do you plead?
Not guilty.
I see. Okay. Well, is it true, though, that you were at the McDonald's?
It is true. I was getting a meal.
Well, we do have some evidence here. Perhaps this will show us what exactly it was that you ordered at the McDonald's, and that will sort of validate the claim. Bailiff, are we prepared to show that evidence?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, interesting. It's not what I expected to see. This appears to be a mouse or a rat pointing to you, saying that maybe this was somebody who saw you at the McDonald's. Care to confirm that?
I don't remember him at all. Yeah, I don't remember a single soul in that McDonald's, to be honest, let alone a rat as cute as that one.
What were you ordering when you were at the McDonald's?
A number one.
And what's that?
A Big Mac.
Oh, so you were there for the lunch. Is the number one different in the morning than it is for like the lunch and dinner menu?
Yeah, the number one in the morning is the King's breakfast.
What's the King's breakfast?
Flapjacks, bacon, 2 over-easy eggs, and a toy.
Oh, wow.
Praise God.
It's good to be the king.
Praise God, bailiff.
Okay, now be careful there, because you understand that you stand accused of praying too loud. Now, if you start praying too loud in this courtroom, people are going to start to think that maybe you committed this crime.
Oh, right, Judge. Of course.
Now, are you one to pray out in public?
I mean, sometimes. I believe in God. I think we all do.
Well, I don't know about that necessarily.
You're telling me, Judge, you've never had a moment in life where you've been like, that was a weird coincidence, but a miracle.
Can you describe a situation where you felt that way?
Yeah. When I first went to first grade.
What happened?
It was magical. School.
Right, yeah. I mean, I also went to first grade in school. I guess I'm asking what about going to school felt magical, felt miraculous to you?
Everything about it. Recess, friends, automatic friends. And I went to a religious school, so we got to learn about Jesus and the Bible and just loving.
Got it. Okay. Well, hey, look. I mean, that's very wholesome. That's very sweet. And again, I don't want to take away your ability to pray. Everybody should be able to pray to whatever God they want.
I agree, Judge. I agree.
But here's the thing, Mr. Dolphin. You have to do it respectfully of the people that are around you. Now, could you maybe give me an example of what it's like when you pray out in public?
Yeah. Can you hold my cane?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll just, that's how that works. Yeah, go ahead and pray.
This is it.
Oh, that's it? That's very quiet. I was expecting it to be loud.
Prayer's internal, Judge.
Interesting. Okay, well, if that's the case, then it seems like it couldn't have been you who was praying too loud in the McDonald's. Your praying is silent.
Yeah. See? It wasn't me. Thanks, Judge.
Well,
Can
hold
I
on
go?
now. No, because we are gonna get what is this? Francesiamo Christian Residential? I don't know what that says. We're gonna get some kind of witness on the stand. I don't know who.
Can I get my cane back, Judge?
Yeah, here.
Thanks.
Now, Mr. Dolphin, if you pray silently, is there anything else that you did at this McDonald's maybe before or after you got your order that could have been construed as praying, something that you do loudly in public?
Well, I sang.
You sang? Okay. Interesting. What did you sing?
You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I could see how someone might have misinterpreted it. Could you give us a sample of that if you wouldn't mind?
You raise me up to walk on stormy seas.
Okay, that was actually very nice. I'm not sure why somebody would be upset by that. Thank you, Internet Crow, for the sub. Let us know if you have any written testimony you'd like to
I'm telling
add.
you, Judge, I'm innocent. That couldn't have offended anyone. Josh Groban is universally loved.
It's hard to argue with that. Okay, so you get your...
I didn't really like No Country for Old Men.
All right, what say you to that?
Who said that?
That was the bailiff.
He's a jerk.
Okay, well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? That's what we were talking about, living as Jesus would with love for our neighbors despite any differences they might have in opinion.
You are religious, Judge.
Well, I just sort of understand those are the sort of basic tenets of Christianity.
They are.
Right, so you should love him even though he's, has a different opinion.
You're right.
Okay, great.
Sorry,
Glad we
bailiff.
clarified that.
I'm sorry I freaked out on you.
Hey, look, I'm sure he's fine with it. It's not a big deal. Listen.
I don't forgive you.
Okay, bailiff. It's not a big deal.
I'm atheist. I can do what I want.
Like Van Margera.
Like Van Margera.
Shut up.
Hey, okay, guys, I feel like we're getting...
Oh.
Mr.
I'll
Dolphin,
throw this
it's okay.
at you.
Oh, Mr. Dolphin, please.
I'll shoot your ass to put that thing down.
Bailiff, do not... All right, someone's objecting, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
You hear that, Judge? You just threatened to shoot me.
Yeah, that, I agree, is sort of a bridge too far,
He
Bailiff.
threatened to throw that basketball at me.
Oh, man up.
I have to agree with the defendant, Bailiff. You got to man up. You can't just shoot somebody when they say they're going to throw a basketball at you.
Dumbass with the basketball says what?
What?
Oh, you nigger. Dumbass with the basketball.
shit, he
I got him.
Hey!
He did kind of get you, Mr. Dolphin. He said,
I'm injured. Don't you feel bad?
"What is
Making
your?
fun of an injured person?
What's your injury?"
Right? I got my cockpit.
Oh my God! You got your cockpit?
Oh my.
How did that? Well,
I was
hold
wondering
on.
what that was.
All right, we're gonna let you tend to that injury for just a moment while we go to our witness here. We've got a witness on the stand. I have no idea who they are. So, witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record.
Francois Amor Christian Confidential.
Great. And how is it that you know the defendant?
Oh, we met in the first grade.
You were in the same magical first grade.
Oh, it was the best. We had recess. We had snack time. We had, a little square where we could put our stuff. It was the best.
What, like a little cubby?
Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yes.
Got it. Okay, so you guys go way back.
We do. Hey, Christian.
Hey, hello.
I mean, Francois. Christian Confidential.
Monsieur Dolphin, it's good to see you. Oh, it blew my head off to see you so good.
You still get excited.
Judge, I think this guy's French.
Yeah, no shit. No shit, bailiff. He's super French. Now, Mr. Francois.
Yes.
Do you know if Mr. Dolphin here is particularly religious, someone who might, in fact, be praying loudly in public?
Well, we pray together often. I'm French.
Right, you're French. How do you pray? Yeah. Nobody is surprised by that, bailiff. Mr. Francois, how do you pray when you're in public? Okay, another very quiet prayer. I keep expecting this to be loud, like that would kind of align with the narrative here, but
We're innocent, Judge. We're innocent.
it's starting to look that way. Now, Francois, before we let you go, do you have any closing statements, anything relevant to this particular trial that you'd like to share?
Well, my brother in Christ is definitely innocent. We pray together in public all the time. We meet once a week at McDonald's, and we get.
What's your order, Francois?
Fish fillet, no bun.
Did you say fish fillet, no bun?
Fish fillet, no bun.
Does it still come with the tartar sauce?
Oh, oui.
It's just like in the box, covered in tartar sauce, just like a fillet of fish.
You sound like you know exactly what it is, my judge.
Just sounds kind of gross. I don't know. I guess it's weird. Even with the bun, I'm kind of grossed out by the fillet of fish.
Am I on trial here, Judge, for my freaky order?
No, you're not. All right. And is that all you'd like to share?
You raise me up so I can stand on the mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas.
Judge,
you raise
Judge,
me up.
you gotta stop this, Judge.
What's the matter, Bayless?
Judge, normally I would totally have this be the button. But you gotta ask how this man's cock got bit.
Yeah, I know. We really buried the lead. All right. Okay. Yeah. You're right. All right. Thank you, Francois. I appreciate that. That could have absolutely been the button, but
Thanks, Francois. I'll cop a smoke with you after this is done.
Yeah.
look, I would not be doing my due diligence as a purveyor of the law here if I did not inquire, Mr. Dolphin, how it is that your dick got bit.
That fucking rat. That rat in the McDonald's.
The rat at the McDonald's bit your dick off?
Yeah, kind of.
What a show!
That's our show!
What a show!
Thank you so much for joining us. We are the Everything Now Show. If you're new here, we do interactive improv comedy shows every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. So if you had fun at this one, come on back tomorrow for a brand new episode. If you didn't have fun at this one, come on back. It's going to be a different show. It's not going to be a courtroom. It's going to be something totally different. It'll probably be something you like. If you want to get notifications about these shows, follow us on Twitch. Some of you already did that, like Cream Pies for Christ.
Thank you.
Be like Cream Pies for Christ.
Thank you.
Follow the show on Twitch. You should also definitely join the Discord because every episode of the Everything Now Show has interactive games that can only be played if you're in the Discord, like submitting images for evidence to be used in tonight's show. Every episode has image stuff kind of like that, except for the one I think that we're doing tomorrow, coincidentally.
That's true.
But usually our shows do have Discord interactive games, so join the Discord. It's the best way to get involved with interactive stuff like that, play games with fellow cast members and fans of the show, and get updates on the show.
And Jake, you know the other thing that almost every episode has?
What's that, Grant?
Incredible guests.
You're damn right.
And tonight was certainly no exception. We had two incredible guests tonight. Let's bring them out. Jesse and Mackin.
It's Jesse and Mackin. Fellas, pose under the side. This will go on Instagram. Yes. We're gonna post your plugs.
Perfect.
Classic.
Perfect work, you two.
So we have two very busy men in the area of entertainment. What kind of stuff do you guys have to plug? Stand right here and let them know where they can find you, what they can watch.
Tell the folks.
I have a fake podcast on Instagram that's going around. It's a fake alien seduction podcast where I play the host who used to fuck an alien. Pay attention to it, find it online, and like it. It's really fun.
That is so fun.
Find it. Jesse's Instagram is in the chat right now. Go follow him right now.
Shit at the moment.
Show him how powerful the Everything Now Show bump is.
You gotta freaking do
Get
it.
in there.
3 million follows.
That's right.
now.
Get him to 3 mil. Mackin, what should the people know about?
I have a new song coming out.
Yes.
On June 9th.
Yes.
And Instagram, Mackin the Destroyer. That's my new artist name now. And so all my music's there. And my pre-save the link on Spotify. I'm also going on tour at the end of this month.
Shit! Where are you going?
If you live on the west coast of the U.S.,
we have
I'm probably going to your town. I'm playing, everywhere on the west coast. So my dates will be on the Instagram. And I love each of you.
We got some Pacific Northwesterners in the chat, I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
So
PNW, what's up?
You gotta look it up.
Definitely go see Mackin live. Follow both of these talented, funny gentlemen.
I'm playing Portland on June 5th at Alberta Street Pub. I know that one off the top of my head.
Internet Crow and the one handsome boy.
Get out there. Go see these funny people. Follow them on Instagram. Show them the Everything Now Show bump is real. And show us the Everything Now Show bump is real by following us on all of these socials, especially the YouTube. We're trying to get the YouTube up to 1,000 so that we can make money on that platform. It would really help if you would subscribe to us on YouTube. And every episode of Everything Now Show is on the YouTube. So if you liked this episode and you're like, damn, I wonder if any of the other 300 episodes that they've done of this show are funny. You can go find out and watch all of them on the YouTube. Go do that.
You should.
You should.
Well, let's say you want to be like, God, what was the show doing 5 years ago to the day? Well, you'll see that 5 years ago tomorrow was our first episode.
Oh shit, 5-year anniversary?
5-year anniversary.
Wow.
And I accidentally booked the 5-year anniversary episode for Thursday. So tomorrow's just kind of a normal episode of Everything Now Show.
Hell yeah.
But it's gonna be a party quest featuring Abby Russell, who is on Giant Bomb and played Animal Crossing with St. Vincent and stuff like that. They're the best! They're super cool!
Wow.
Yeah, no, Abby Russell fucking rocks!
That's fun. And then Thursday is the de facto
Official
anniversary show.
5-year anniversary, Everything
And
Now
you'll see
episode.
some familiar faces. If you've been watching the show
True.
for a long time, you'll see basically, it's everybody, right?
Pretty much everyone who's helped to run the
main
show at
cast
one
member, it will be on that show.
Yeah, it's true.
A little reunion.
Pretty huge.
It's like when Cheers had their reunion, except this will be, it will look like fewer people have succumbed to late stage alcoholism.
Exactly.
Maybe.
It's like 7 norms out on stage.
Yeah.
We're gonna send you over to our good friends at Stab Comedy.
Yes.
Stab Comedy, they've rated us a few times. We're gonna share the love back to them. They're doing riff tracks. They're a comedy stream.
Give them love.
Go say hi to them.
Give 'em
say
love.
that Everything Now Show sent you. Make us look good. And we will see you back here tomorrow night for Party Quest. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
This
wait,
is
we
my
have to wait 10
rifle,
seconds.
also my gun. This is my fighting, also my gun.
was funny.
Thanks. Are we out?
Nope. But now we are. Goodbye.
Oh!
Perfect.
Sounds so fun, gang.